In this video, we are going to be going through my full custom tactics. So, with the success of my recent formation videos, I've had a bunch of people asking me what my full tactics are. And the reason why it's taken me a while to upload this is because I didn't want to upload tactics that weren't working. I had to change a few due to patches and sort of all that sort of stuff. But now I've got them all fine and I'm really enjoying them, so I'm now fine to share them with you all. So this video is going to be very long, so I do apologise for that. It's just because I like to go in depth with my stuff. I don't like just telling people this is that. I like you to understand why that's happening, why I've done it, so you can actually understand what's going on with the team and why the team will be playing a certain way and all that good stuff. So you actually know what your players are going to do and the type of players you want in the team. So let's begin with the type of players we're going to want, because that is quite important, because no custom tactics is going to work if you have the wrong players. Like, that's just, it's quite simple, that, isn't it? So let me just go through the players. So my beginning formation, I don't really use this one. This is just the 3-4-1-2, and we can go to this one, but like I said, I don't really use it. It's just more to help out with the other formations. So we are predominantly going to be playing with a 3 at the back system. It's very good to have 3 at the back, because that means you always have that solidity at the back. You haven't got to worry about like defenders going walkies very often. So let me explain the centre backs. So they're all pretty similar, as you can tell. Very tall, very fast, very strong, and all great at defending. That's it really. Centre backs need to be big, strong, muscle everyone off the ball, but also need to be quick. So I have Rudiger, Van Dijk, and Varane. Right, so now midfielders. I have in game we actually play this. So Valverde plays as a right wing back, and Marcus Llorente plays centre mid. So let's just keep this here for now. I have Kessie, who's predominantly going to be my CDM, and Llorente is going to be my attacking midfielder. We have De Bruyne, who's going to be our outlet for all of our passing and just good long shots. Park Ji-sung is going to be our CDM, our left wing back. You need wingers or players that can have great stamina, can run up and down that pitch, because they're going to be attacking and defending. That's their role. And they need to be good at everything pretty much. So that's why we have Park Ji-sung and then Valverde. Both players are just fantastic at everything. Both players have great stamina, is what we need. Obviously, for your cams and your creative players, you're going to want someone that has good long shots, great passing, great dribbling, and good stamina. And then our strikers, I have got Ronaldo and Sanchez. So these players' roles will change depending on the formation, but I will explain everything when we get there. So now we've explained all that, we need to go to the team. So let's go to the custom tactics. So like I said, we don't use our basics, so I'm going to get straight into the 4-2-2-1, which was... So if you want great detail into this one, I did make a video that you guys can go and watch, and I went a bit more in depth into this. I have changed a few things, so it might be worth you watching this as well. So for defensive style, I've kept on balanced, because since the patch, you can't do much pressing anymore, because players will just absolutely knacker out so fast. Width we've got quite low. Depth is 70. Now the reason why depth is quite high is because we want the midfield to be quite pushed up the pitch. Because if you have it low, as soon as you lose the ball, actually, well, let me explain this a different way to help you understand a bit better, actually, because that wasn't very good. So your centre backs will always push up to the halfway line, no matter what you do. Even if you play like a really low depth, they're still going to push up when you're on the ball. But if you play like a low depth, so let's say we go to like 30, what your defenders will do, they're going to run right back to the box very quickly, and then you're going to have all this space in between your midfield and your centre backs. But if we keep it quite high, it's like on 70, when you lose the ball, your defender's going to gradually move back with the attacking play. So although you are going to have space in behind, as long as you defend this by just tracking the runs, you won't have an issue, and you're not going to have these massive gaps now for your opponent to play in. So build-up play I've got unbalanced. I find it just works quite well. Now forward runs. So the reason why I have this on the 4-2-2-1 is because 4-2-2-1 is quite an attacking formation. So if we look at this, you can see we've got two midfielders, the wingers and then the striker. And one thing that you will find with this formation is you will get cut through the midfield quite easily. So we just want to counter-attack with this formation. We can't really keep the ball very often. It's going to be you're sitting back and then counter-attacking, because otherwise you will just get destroyed in that midfield, because we only have 2 midfielders. And normally Marcos Llorente will come forward. So this is why this is our attacking formation. And I'll go through another formation in a minute. That will be our that will be our main formation that we're going to keep the ball with, attack well with, and I'll go through that when we get there. But yeah, so let's go back to here quickly. So width is 50, players in the box we want 4. We want a lot of players in the box because we just want them players to be there so we can cross it in, even play it into the box, and then you have good options. Corners, these we want quite low. I don't know why I've got these high. So we want these to be 2. Now the reason why we want quite low on corners is because if you have let's say 5 on each one, you're going to have no one back, and all your opponent's going to do is just counter-attack the hell out of you, and you're just going to get absolutely butchered. So we want just two players in the box. You can corners, you can look up corner glitches. I don't understand them myself. I don't like using all these glitches. I just think it's a bit cheating, but so I normally do short corners and then just play out from there. But yeah. But let me go to the instructions quick. So instructions, we want Ronaldo to get in behind. You want him to have a balanced width. You can do stay central, but then the issue is there. He's just going to be so jagged in that central bit. And let's say De Bruyne comes in for whatever reason up striker, then Ronaldo's not going to go into his position because we told him to stay central. So balanced width, so we can go down either side of the defence, get in behind, and basic defensive support. So let's go to the wingers. Wingers come back on defence. Now, like I said, with these 2 midfielders here, you will get cut through the midfield quite easily. So at least with these guys coming back on defence, we're going to have, them players, coming back and helping out. Sanchez, come back on defence and come back on defence. Supporting runs, I just keep on balanced. I don't like overcomplicating it, because if you do get in behind, then the issue I have with this is you're just going to have no one on that right side at any times, and we kind of want the wingers to be our creative players. Like with Sanchez, I'll be running down the left and running in behind, but because De Bruyne's quite slow, but he can pass the ball, we'll use this outlet here to ping it across to the other side of the pitch to and then Valverde will be overlapping. So although De Bruyne is quite slow, we're going to have Valverde overlapping, and then De Bruyne can then be our creative outlet from that right hand side. So basic, yep, covered all that. Now with the Kessie, we want him to stay back whilst attacking and cover centre. So because Marcos Llorente is going to be running forward, we want him to move into that central bit, so he will be focusing, he'll be in front of the defence then, covering all that. And with these guys, I have got them on stay back whilst attacking. And the reason why I have this is because you can actually focus on you can change your left wing backs to attack in game by pressing up then left on the D-pad. And what that'll do is you can then switch it on and off whether you want them attacking or not, which is always very, very handy. And then defenders, we just have them on same. But yeah, so this is the attacking formation. So let's go back to... Okay, so I'll go ultra attacking first, because this is just a quick explanation. This tactic here, we rarely use this. This is like if we're 3-1 down, we have 10 minutes to go in the game, and we just need some goals. So we will just basically just put constant pressure on, fast build up, try and just absolutely just, squeeze the head out of the team. Your players will get really knackered, so we don't want to use this formation unless we have to. And the reason why I've gone for a 4-2-2-4, I don't know why I said 2 there, 4-2-4 is... Actually, I'll explain that in a minute. I don't know why I'm trying to explain it now. But anyway, defensive style, constant pressure, like I said. So we're going to be pressing the hell out of our opponent. But at the same time, you do need to realise that your players will tire out so goddamn fast now since they've updated it. Width, 50. We want it to be quite wide so we can have good outlets. We just want to ping this up the pitch and just try and just get a goal. Depth is 70. We want to be pressing quite high up the pitch to try and win the ball back, against their defence. Fast build up, so when we do get the ball, we're going to be running up the pitch very, very quickly, because we're going to be using this, like I said, quite near the end of the game, so we don't want no slow build up. We just want to just try and get a goal. Width 50, players in the box 4. You can even put this up if you want, but I still like to have people back. Corners, we're just going to have balls to the walls. I don't know why it's that high though. We want to have... I'll say 4 is fine. But remember, you will get absolutely counter-attacked completely on this formation. And instructions is just very much... De Bruyne's been playing as a false 9, so he'll be dropping in behind. Ronaldo's going to be getting in behind. These guys will be running in behind as well. Actually, no, wait a second. Do we want them running in behind? No, probably keep them the same. These guys will be our wide outlets, and it's just to get the ball to Ronaldo. Kessie, we want him to stay back whilst stay back whilst attacking, and then cover centre. We want to have at least some people back. These guys are going to have a balance. Actually, no, you're going to stay back. There's no point you going up. Stay back whilst attacking, and you can be balanced. So what this will do is we'll have Kessie, Van Dijk, Rudiger and Varane back, and then all these lot will be attacking. So we're going to have a lot of attacking players in this formation. But like I said, we do not want to go for this formation generally, because this will get you counter-attack. This is last minute things. We don't want to use it very often. This is just if we need it. Because your team will be open as hell. But anyway, the 5-1-2-2 is going to be our defensive formation. Now this is going to be our base formation, the one that we're going to be using most of the time. And this formation is so overpowered, it's ridiculous how good this formation is. And I'll go through that in a minute. So I'm currently playing balanced defensive style, width 40, depth 70. We've explained why I've got 70 on the previous formation, so it's basically the same. Build-up play got unbalanced. Chart creation got unbalanced. We don't want to overcomplicate things with this, because we just want to just have fun with it. And if we have these random possession, it's going to be too slow. Fast build up too quickly. Direct passing, I don't like it. I did use it before. Since the patch start, I really don't enjoy it. So I keep it unbalanced. Width 50. Players in the box, we want 4. Same as before. Corners 2 is same as before, just so we don't get counter-attacked. Free kicks 2, again, same reason, counter-attacks. So let's go to where people are playing. So we have Ronaldo up front with Sanchez. These are going to be our 2 strikers. Then this is very important here. So Kevin De Bruyne and Valverde. Hang on a minute. There we go, that's better. So Marcus Llorente and Kevin De Bruyne are going to be our centre mids. And what you're going to realise in this formation is your centre mids are going to be scoring a lot of goals as well. So we're going to be attacking with Cristiano Ronaldo, Sanchez, Marcus Llorente, Kevin De Bruyne, Park Ji-sung, and then Valverde. And the thing I love about Valverde and Park Ji-sung is, because they have high, they just sprint back straight away. Actually, I think Park Ji-sung's got high. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just check this. Is he high? Yeah, cool, yeah, he is. So Valverde and Park Ji-sung are both high. And the reason why this is so good is because the second you lose the ball, they're going to sprint all the way back to... Wrong one. They're going to sprint all the way back to the to their position. So you're not really going to get caught on the counter-attack, because they're so quick, they just run back again. So let's go... So Marcus Llorente and that are going to be our attacking centre mids, with of course these guys, and then these 2 as well. And Kessie is going to be our lone DM. We don't want him getting involved in the attack. He's going to sit in front of the defence, going to break up play, and also the CDM in this formation is why it's so good, and I'll explain that once you go into the instructions. So the reason why this is so much better than the 5-2-2-1 is 5-2-2-1 was good with the last formation. It was good pre-tactics generally, but now they've changed. Now they've patched it. The issue is I just find it's, like I said, you're open in the midfield quite a lot. With this formation, the reason why this is going to be our base one and why we're going to use this pretty much throughout the whole game, unless we need to change it, is because it's great defensively, it's great in attack, and it's just good at keeping the game. You can get dominated, but you can defend well in it. You can be dominating your opponent and play well in it. I find that I dominate a lot of people in this, but that's just my playstyle. I like to be in control of the game. I don't like it when my opponent has control of everything. So, let's go through the instructions. So, Sanchez is going to be our false 9. He's going to be dropping back, and is going to be our creative outlet. He has okay passing, not amazing, but he will do the job well. Then Ronaldo is going to be our lengthy boy. He's going to be running in behind. Now, these guys, I actually have them on balance. I do not change a single thing in these guys, and they play so goddamn well. They'll be getting in the box. Sometimes they stay back, but they tend to actually quite... It's hard to explain, but they seem to read the game quite well just by themselves. I don't have to tell them to do anything. And, like, I'll find sometimes Kevin De Bruyne just makes these wonderful runs, like back post. And your opponent just doesn't read it because they're not expecting the midfielder to just come running in. And Kevin De Bruyne, he's so good. Marcus Llorente, he tends to creep in the box quite a lot. So he tends to arrive quite late, but he's always a good outlet because of that reason. And now let's talk about the wing backs quick, because the wing backs, oh my god, the wing backs. Oh, I love the wing backs so much. Oh my god, they're so sexy. Because the reason why I love the wing backs is because they're high. What you'll notice is you'll be passing around, outside the defense, outside your opponent's box. They'll be defending quite well. And out of nowhere, you'll have Valverde or Park Ji-sung, depending on which side you're attacking. So if you're attacking on Sanchez's side, Valverde just comes pummeling up the field, runs straight down that wing, and your opponent either has to grab the right back, move him over to the wing back, and then try and defend that. And then voila, you then have space for Sanchez to run into, or Marcos Llorente to run into, and then they just panic, and it's fantastic, and I love it. I love the wing backs in this game; they're so good, and Valverde is so good at that job. So that's why I love these wing backs. And then as soon as we lose the ball, they just sprint back again, and it's lovely to see. So let's just say, so on the wing backs, I have them on balance. I haven't changed anything. I usually do run type overlap, but I kind of prefer just playing mixed attack with them. They seem to play really well. So I just left them on balance, and it works like a charm. Kessie. Now this is the important bit, because this is the reason why this is better than the 4-2-2-1. Now, is because Kessie can cut passing lanes, and he can stay back while attacking, and he can, we wanted to cover centre. 1 second. I'm going back. Instructions. There we go. We want him to cover centre, because what he'll do now is he'll sit in front of that defence, and when your opponent tries to break out, he's going to be there blocking most passes. And also, good thing as well, these guys, because they're unbalanced, as soon as you lose the ball, they run back into position. And they are great. And Park Ji-sung and Valverde are fantastic on those wing backs as well. Defenders are all on the same. And also, I forgot to mention this goalkeeper. I just keep him on the same. I don't really change anything, really. Goalkeeper is just on. I don't change. This is for all formations. I don't change him. So this is the custom tactics for the 4-1-2-2. And the last but not least is my ultra defensive formation. So this is the formation we want to go to when we're getting absolutely destroyed by our opponent and we just want to see out the game. So I play drop back because we just want the team to just get back into shape. Width 45, we want it to be quite narrow. Depth, now we do want it to be quite low because we don't really want our team coming up the pitch. We want them just to stay back. So the idea is they're not really running back very often because they're just going to be sitting back and we just want to be pinging the ball out. Build up play, balanced, chance creation, possession. This is just so if we need to, we can just keep the ball, see out the game, and not worry about much. We can just pass it around the back if we need. And the players in the box, you don't want many because you don't want to be butchered on the counter attack. Corners, don't want many in there for that same reason. Width, we got it on 50. Let's go to the formation. So, like I said, we're playing a 4-2-3-1. And I have Sanchez out wide. I have Marcos Llorente out wide. I'm pretty sure. What? No, hang on a minute. No. You should be there. We want him on the wing. De Bruyne's going to be our cam. Cristiano Ronaldo's going to be our striker. Marcos Llorente and Kessie are going to be our DMs. Centre backs, of course, going to be Van Dijk and Rudiger. Varane's going to be playing right back, and Park Ji-sung's going to be playing left back. Now let's go into the instructions. So Ronaldo, we want him to get in behind, as we just want to just see if we can just nick a goal in this formation. We're not really ideally wanting to score. It's more just if we can nick a goal, that's fantastic. Now Kevin De Bruyne, I have him staying up pitch because I don't want him coming back. Because at the end of the day, we do want to try and still score. And getting box for cross is on Kevin De Bruyne. So we have some outlets in the box as well. Valverde going to be come back on defence and get in box for cross. To be honest, I might. Yeah, that's better. So we've got come back on defence, and I would say get in the box for cross. But at the same time, the issue with that is these guys are going to then sprint up the pitch, and then we're not going to have a good defensive shape. Come back on defence, so it's going to create like a bank of 4 and 4. Everything else is the same. Now Kessie and Marcus Llorente stay back whilst attacking, cut passing lanes, and the reason why we have them on cover wing this time is in case one of these goes up, we want them to be, covering them wings, as we don't really want our opponent getting in behind. So I think that's it. Yep, stay while attacking. Yep. And then Park Ji-sung, I've got stay back whilst attacking. Varane, stay back whilst attacking, and of course these two stay back whilst attacking because we want to keep a back four. We don't really want these guys attacking at all. And yes, that is my full custom tactics. I find it works very, very well, especially 4-1-2-2 and then 4-2-2-1. But like I said, you need to use these in the in the right circumstances. 4-2-2-1, you will be open in the midfield, but it's still very good attackingly. 4-1-2-2 is good balanced. 4-2-4 is good to try and nick a goal, but we don't want to be using it too often. And 4-2-3-1 is like a really defensive shape if we don't want to ship any goals. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.